Hello grade 4. Today we are going to learn about computer science. So let me share the screen with you. Today I'm not going to teach you a lot about the third chapter. I will be just giving you the review what it is about. So basically I'm going to tell you what to do is regarding the exercise. You have to complete the exercise from chapter 1 because we have covered the chapter 1, and I know I must have given you homework, but now this is the exercise from chapter 1 you have to complete, because we have completed the chapter. And then the second exercise, which is not too much lengthy, all you have to do is just complete the objective type questions and descriptive questions from only A to C. So it's not a big burden. You have to cover these both exercise, and if there's any confusion in completing the exercise, you can ask me anytime. And secondly, the second exercise is not too much long. I have only given you the descriptive type of question from A to C. So first you need to complete the exercise, because I need you to complete this exercise on time on fair copies. So I am giving you less burden for the third chapter. I'm just going to show you a video regarding the third chapter, which is about Windows 7. And Windows 7, which we usually don't use it, which we usually don't use it not because there are already many other Windows available, but it is a old Windows. So we will talk about how their functions and why do we use it and what are its importance and things like that. So again, I'm just telling you about the homework. You need to complete it. In the first chapter you have to do the objective type questions in which true and false is coming, and then the second is about the choose the correct answer, and the descriptive questions are very easy, like I need to do like how our computers use full in a school library. So it's easy why we need to use school computers in a school for our academic reasons, to do some computings or to do some numericals in it, to store our data. What is the use of an ATM? I'm just giving you the explanation. You need to find it from the textbook, or from mostly from the textbook. It would much be much better, because if you will go from the textbook, you can find the answers and you will get the idea what does this all is about. So what is the use of an ATM? To withdraw money, and to store money in it, and to get the ATM for swipe purpose when you are in malls or in any other, and you will get the money not in a cash form but um, in a kind of in a that card which is stored in that. The whole money is the whole money is in that card, so you can swipe it anytime, and there's no need to carry and have that risk of carrying a large amount of money in your hands. And are there any skills that you are not using anymore because of the computers? So you have to give the answer about this. And then before computers, all official records such as report cards was either handwritten or typed using typewriters. How has the use of computers in school changed this? It is beneficial for you or for the school? Give reasons for your answers. Okay, in this it tells you that is it better to make your report card on in a handwritten form or through the typewriters. You have to give your pros and cons, means advantages and disadvantages. And the E answer is, do you think that computers have made places like shopping malls, airport and hotels more secure in today's society? Justify your answer with good examples. You have to give the reason that is it beneficial that if the computers are used in shopping malls, airport and hotels. So yeah, this is important because they are giving you flexibility, they are giving you more space, they are giving you the task you can do on hand, and with the fast speed you can do transaction, you can buy anything, you can do online business through this. So, and you can use these computers for the security reason, and many other reasons are there. So this is all. You have to complete the answers in a proper manner. I'm just giving you the hint. And then it's about second chapter, in which there's only just objective type questions. You can choose it from the textbook and you can choose the correct answer. And then the descriptive type of question, in which first is the differentiate between the hard copy and soft copy. There must be some answers regarding hard copy and soft copy. And then the B is what is an output device. Name any two output device. You can name any two output devices like printer or monitors. Okay, and list 4 different pieces of computer hardware found in your school's computer lab. So hardware is something which you can touch. Then you need to give me the answer, justify your answer uh, regarding your opinion or regarding your the facts and figures. Okay, now I need to show you the chapter 3 Windows 7, what it is all about. I'm going to show you the video. Just a sec, let me share the screen with you. Okay,
Scissor printers. You can add wired and wireless devices to your PC, such as printers and speakers. You can also remove them and troubleshoot these devices if they aren't working properly. Search programs and files. Allows you to search for files, folders, printers, software applications, etc. by entering search criteria. Help and support. It gives you access to a help facility where you can find out how to do certain things on your computer. Log off. Allows you to log off as a user without turning off your computer. This will allow someone else to log off. Windows search. The Windows search enables you to instantly find anything on your computer. To search anything, use the following steps. Step 1. Click on the Start button on the left hand corner. Step 2. Click on the Search Programs and Files area text box and type in the file you want to look for. A list will start to appear as you type as shown here. Search box. Start button. Type in search box. Gadgets. Right-click desktop and select the gadgets option. The gadgets window will appear. Drag over to your desktop what gadgets you would like. Use your pictures and the faces of the room right on your desktop. Here are some examples. Circle, like in Windows 7, Windows XP, and earlier operating system. You don't have any gadget on your desktop. Working with Windows. Minimize, restore, and close Windows. When a window is active, its taskbar button is highlighted. Clicking its taskbar button minimizes the window. That means that the window disappears from the desktop. Minimizing a window doesn't close it or delete its contents. It only temporarily removes it from the desktop. In the picture below, MS Word 2007 is an active window, but all the programs are minimized but not closed. You can tell it's still running because it has a button on the taskbar. You can also minimize a window by clicking the minimize button in the upper right corner of the window. Active window, minimized windows. Switching between windows. If you open more than one program on the your desktop will quickly become cluttered with windows. Keeping track of which windows you have opened is not always easy, because some windows might partially or completely cover others. Using the taskbar. The taskbar provides a way to organize all your windows. Each window has a corresponding button to the taskbar. To switch to another window, just click its taskbar button. The window appears in front of all other windows including the active window, the one you are currently working in. To easily identify a window, point to its taskbar button. Choose to make your computer sleep instead of shutting it down. Sleep is a power-saving state that allows your computer to quickly resume full power operation in seconds. Putting your computer into the sleep state is like pausing a DVD player. The computer immediately stops what it's doing and is ready to start again when you want to resume working. Usually a light on the outside of your computer case blinks or turns yellow to indicate that the computer is asleep. To wake your computer, press the power button on the computer case. Third, hibernate. Hibernation is a power-saving state designed primarily for laptops. While sleep puts your work in seconds of memory and draws a small amount of power, hibernation puts your open documents and programs on your hard disk and then turns off your computer. Laptop users, choose the link. If you have a laptop, there's an even easier way to turn off your computer. Close the lid. You can choose whether your computer sleeps, shuts down, or enters another power-saving state. Tick the correct option.
Okay students, so this is all for today. I need to just only show you what it is about Windows 7. Next recording session I will just tell you more about this and that in detail. You need to just focus on three things. You need to complete your first exercise and second, but in a half part, in chunks. And then the third is just a review what Windows 7 is all about, in which we can in which there are many options to delete your data, to open how to open a PC, and then how what are the other functions. You can sleep it, you can log it off, or you can open Google Chrome and things like that. In next class I will tell you each and everything in detail. So if there is any confusion, you need to ask me anytime.